Brandon here from Building Wealth Flow. Today, this month, I wanted to start out the first video, and I know many of y'all have seen the last video when I went over the numbers of these last two rentals that I just built. But I wanted to do a series, and in the first part of the month, a lot of times I'll do a topic, and the last part of the month I'll do some more financial analysis. But this one I want to talk about my 10 commandments, and I'm going to do the first 5 commandments today. And just like anything, if you have no standards and if you have no guidelines, you'll get fooled by anything. You must have high standards. You must have a baseline of things of what you're wanting to do so that you will not be fooled by anything. So that's the topic today, is my first 5 commandments. I hope you enjoy it. I pray that you have stewardship of the knowledge and money you are entrusted with. Let's get started. Okay, let's get started. I want to do a side note. Many of you maybe have not known why I wear Hawaiian shirts. A lot of this came about, it's been now somewhere between 5 and 7 years ago, I began to wear Hawaiian shirts every day, and it's just become who I am and what I wear each day. But a lot of it is a reminder of what I'm doing in real estate and where I'm heading. Want to live life on the beach and just want to have that financial freedom. We spend lots of time down at the beach, and oh, by the way, I don't talk about this one very much because it's not really what I'm trying to do, but I have a rental down in Port Aransas, Texas. My daughter named it back when she was 8 years old. She came up with the name Turtle Aransas, and that's the name of our rental down there in Palmilla Beach and Resort. It's a golf and beach resort with beach attendants. You've got resort pools. We're second row, and we have a view to the beach. My wife we of course designed and built the house. My wife did all the interior design to the house. Each room is a theme and all the colors, just what you want to have in a beach home. This is kind of that mid-level luxury beach home where it's got nice amenities within the community and the homes all around it. So we're heading down there next week, and we love that beach area and just love the beach, and that's some of the reasons why I wear a Hawaiian shirt. But I want to get into the 10 commandments that I've written up, and I've got the first 5 today, and we'll do the next 5 next month. And I wrote these similar to the Bible and tried to make words that sounded similar to those 10 commandments. So commandment number 1 is probably the most important, and this is when you're getting into owning real estate. Number 1 is, thou shalt know what an average deal is, and only buy great deals. I've watched people so itchy to get into real estate that they don't spend the time to know what average is and to really know their market on the purchase price and the rental amounts that they'll get. And so they jump in so quickly because they're too eager. You must spend time getting to know your market and knowing what average is. So when I say average, in our North Texas area, average with 25% down, you're looking at around 3 to 3.5% cash on cash return. Well, I only want great deals. So a good deal would be another 3 or 4% more than average, and a great deal would be 5 to 7% above average. I want to start with great deals. And doing that causes you to be able to grow that much faster. I have watched people that buy average and it takes that much longer time to do it, or even below average, and then they're really struggling to get their next purchase because it doesn't do well, doesn't cash flow well, or worst case, it is an alligator and doesn't cash flow at all. it handicaps you from continuing to grow your real estate portfolio that you own. Number 2, thou shalt have possession over the real estate investment. We've seen these decisions from people I've watched on YouTube that have made investments in a lot of these syndications that we've seen over the last year. Catastrophic failures. They were bought poorly from day one. Big names in the real estate industry, and they're losing millions of dollars for these investors that wanted to just put money with them, and they thought, oh yeah, they'll do well. Well, they're failing now. I want control, and that's my number 2 commandment, is having control over my own destiny. That is part of the why I do not invest in the stock market. You can have CEOs that say stupid things or run the company poorly, and you lose value in your investments, or simply a headline can cause your stocks to go down. Never give control of your own destiny and freedom to another. That's the principles. Build in these syndications, even the ones that do well, build your own wealth, not others. Usually it's the operator syndicator that makes the most money in the deal. These syndications, these are real estate investment trusts, partnerships. I was in finance and banking, and we said it's not when a partnership dissolves. It's not if a partnership dissolves, it's when. I don't do those either. I want complete control over my own investment portfolio. Number 3, remember to keep cash flow as king of your investment strategy. You shall have no other metric before thee. Having positive cash flow in any investment should be principle number 1. Do not buy negative cash flowing investments. You have put yourself in jeopardy of losing the property, and heck, even if you have expenses you weren't even aware of, it gets even worse, because when you're learning, especially at the beginning, when you're buying properties, you don't know what you don't know, so you need to give margin for error. Cash flow should always be the focus. I want to hold my money accountable to those returns, what I'm investing. Yes, I'm using leverage, but it's conservative leverage. I use a minimum cash flow amount of $250 in excess monthly cash flow with all the expenses included, including reserves for repairs and maintenance, vacancy, and long-term capital expenditures. Number 4, thou shalt protect your capital, underwrite conservative proformas, and not bear false witness against thyself. I was in banking. I saw story after story, people coming with requests, and they did not either underwrite it well. They wanted this investment so bad that they almost call it deceive themselves and not putting in all the expenses. They pencil whipped it to make it look as good as possible, in a sense, deceiving themselves. I watched a video just the other day of a guy talking about an investment he did, and he only put, and this is for rents of $3,350, he only put $30 for repairs as a monthly budget. That's 1%. The going rate, especially for all different types of properties, but especially on the resale market, is putting 5%. He had nothing for vacancies. So of course, he was cash flowing well because he didn't put in all the expenses for repairs, CapEx percentage, or vacancy. He was lying to himself. So you want to make sure you underwrite it conservatively. I use a conservative 70 to 75% loan to value starting point. I don't use high leverage, and I also have a larger starting cash flow at the minimum of $250 per door. Number 5 is honor your quality investments over quantity. I want good quality investments. I'd rather have, what I have now is 14 rental units versus 140 that are low quality in Class D, Class F rated areas where you have to wear a bulletproof vest to get there. I want to have quality properties which will also attract quality tenants. Because what I know is as I take care of my properties, I will naturally attract more quality tenants and I will always have more quality properties because your properties tend to look like your tenants and your tenants tend to look like your properties. I want to have good quality properties that I am proud to own, proud to describe to others, that they're not thinking I'm some slumlord. That is what I want to do. That's my commandment number 5. I've always chosen quality, and it's served me well over the years. And I also want to not chase max market rents. And this goes back to number 4 about underwriting it too, is I want to underwrite with conservative rents and not have to chase max market rents. When I'm looking at properties, I'm looking at, does it cash flow at 10% cash on cash return of the money I have into the investment at low market rents? I'm looking at 5% below average market rents. Do I still get a 10% cash on cash return? And I'm even looking at, when I'm looking at quality, I want to know that my break even, and I do break even analysis, that if rents were to go down minimum 25%, I'm still at break even. That's how I underwrite my properties, but I'm looking for quality. For me, it's that Class B type of properties that I'm choosing to invest in. I want quality over quantity. Hopefully you enjoy this. Please seek wisdom and understanding. Like and subscribe. Till next time.